Hey!
Hi, this is Michael Smith for Nevada Trails. Tonight I have a very special show, as you just saw from that video. We're talking about Lynn, Lloyd on fox hunting, and thank you for joining the show.
Thanks for having me.
And you are actually the owner of a ranch that facilitates fox hunting.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
And we just saw bits of the hunt just on that video. Mm-hmm. And you basically bring together a lot of dogs and a lot of hunters and just find a location and have fun.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Okay. And also you have a little guest here, one of your bloodhounds.
Yes, one of our little puppies.
And that's Milholland.
Milholland.
And he's asleep right now because I think the set's a little hot for him, but he's a real cute little doggy. And the ones we saw in the video, you had about 100 hounds?
We actually have about 150 total.
And they seem pretty rambunctious hounds.
They are, because they're hunting, and all they want to do is go hunting. So when you get them out there, they want to put their nose down and chase after the coyote.
And you don't hunt foxes, you hunt coyotes.
We hunt coyotes because we don't really have many fox in Nevada, so it's the coyote that we're chasing.
Well, that sounds exciting. And you actually, from September to April, you have 3 hunts a week.
That is correct, on Wednesdays and Fridays and Sundays. And then once a month we go elsewhere and hunt 3 days in a row at a different location, whether it be Montana or various places around Nevada, and also we hunt in Ridgecrest, California.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Yeah.
And you basically been doing it for how long?
I've been doing it since, oh my goodness, when I was in England, which was, I started hunting in 1969.
Oh, wow. And
out here I started in 1980. I started my own hunt in 1980.
well, how did this come about? Did you just decide to go into the hunting business? Did you already have the property?
No, I didn't. When I was, I'm from Pennsylvania.
Oh,
and when
I am too.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
All right, all right. Good place to be from.
Yeah, it's the best place.
So anyway, when I graduated from high school, I went to England to a riding school, and I had never seen hunting or anything about hunting before. And then I watched a hunt go, and a little gene inside of me went, oh my goodness, or a little cell went, oh my goodness, this is what I have to do. And I started hunting from that day forth.
That is my life's career. That's cool. That's
Yeah, it was really kind of
because
fun.
a lot of this show is about people finding their passion and then running with it.
Right.
So, well, with 150 dogs, and from one of the videos, I saw a lot of people hunting too.
Mm-hmm. We have a lot of people hunting.
So on any given day, how many hunters would you have?
On our smaller days, we'll go out with maybe 10, and on the bigger days, we'll have 100 people.
100 hunters.
Yeah, it just depends. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they would bring their own horses and things? Or?
A lot of people bring their own horses. Other people, if they come from far away, will fly in and rent a horse from me and go that way.
Oh, okay. And how many horses do you have on hand?
We have 100 horses on the property, but not all of them for rent. But a lot of people board their horses there or have them in training. So we have approximately 25 to 30 horses at all times to be rented out and used for hunting.
So you have over 100 horses on hand and over 150 dogs on hand.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So if you have like a rabbit run through the barn, it's a loud barn.
The hounds live in a different kennel away from the barn.
Oh,
so
okay.
they're on a different spot. Yeah.
Well, actually, I used to work at a goat ranch, and when I was in charge of feeding, I got trampled. So I'd hate to know what 150 hounds feeding them is like.
It's actually amazing. You've put all the food in the trough, and then you let out probably 50 at a time, because I've got certain pens, so they're housed together as a group in a pack. So I let out, like I said, about 50 at a time to eat, and they just hit that feed bowl, and it's gone in 10 minutes.
And they all know their names?
They all know their names.
That's fantastic.
And then when I put them away, I put them in by calling their name one at a time and put them back in.
Now, when I saw one of the videos earlier, you said all the dogs go in the trailer on command.
Yes.
I found that hard to believe.
I know, it's very hard to believe. It's even hard for me to believe. When I put the trailer in front of the kennel, I mean, it's pretty wide open, and I open that door and I ask the hounds to load up. They all know they're going hunting, and that's all they want to do is get in that trailer.
So they know they're going to go out and have some fun.
That's right. That's right.
And when I saw the door being opened, they were out of that trailer fast.
Yes, because when we get to where we're going to hunt and we take them out of the trailer, they know they're ready to go, so that's all they want to do.
Okay, so now we're at the site.
Okay.
And we're going to be hunting a coyote.
Yes.
How do you facilitate the dogs going towards where the coyote is, or do you just let them go and you just follow the trail?
What we do is we pick an area, we let the hounds out, we get the hounds settled and emptied. They have to go to the bathroom and all that. And then once we get them all organized together, I start trotting off. And when I think that I want to cast them, which is to send them, I toot my horn and off they go hunting on their own. I mean, with a little guidance from me, but I follow along. And what they're actually looking for is the scent of the coyote, the trail that he's left behind.
So when you toot your own horn, as it were,
Yes.
you start the hunt.
We start the hunt.
And when the dogs corner the coyote or wherever it is, do you toot the horn to stop the hunt, or you just stop the hunt?
Well, usually it takes quite a long time to even get to the point of getting a coyote put up to bay, if we do that at all. Usually it's just they hit the line and then they try to sort that line out and follow that coyote and who's going to take off running, so then it gets pretty fast and furious, and you hope in the process of the hunt that you have a long hunt on that coyote, and then if we do end up baying him up, which is putting him up on a rock or into a little cave, whatever, wherever he bays up, then we get up there, and I usually ask the hounds to turn around and leave. After I get off and pet them and tell them what good boys they were, and good girls.
Well, if I come to your place for a hunt, so how long of a hunt should I plan on experiencing?
In the saddle time, about 4 hours.
Wow.
So, and the reason we quit it after about 4 hours is because the horses are usually pretty tired.
Yes.
And the hounds are pretty tired. And I mean, sometimes we go all day. You know, we'll be out there for 6 or 7 hours, but that's more of a rarity because the horses just wear out and you have to kind of go back, and people are tired.
Well, from some of the footage we were watching, the horses are running a lot.
They do run a lot because they have to keep up with the hounds. And the hounds are moving, looking for the scent because they know what they want. So we depend on the hounds to get the line going. You know.
So it sounds like a long day.
It is from morning.
No, what a fun day, but
Yeah, it is a long day, especially for us who need to get the horses all ready and get going, because we usually hunt early in the season. We hunt between 8 and 9 o'clock, and then as it gets colder and colder, maybe we'll go out at 11.
Wait till the sun kind of warm things up a little bit.
Yes, because you need the scenting warmed up a little bit on the ground.
Now, I think one of the shots I saw a bunny rabbit. Will the dogs get distracted by a bunny rabbit when they're chasing a coyote, or they know the coyote's the goal?
That is the best question, Michael, because when you hunt coyote or fox, they call rabbits trash, so we shouldn't be hunting the rabbits, although there's nothing illegal about it. But when I moved out here, there's so many jackrabbits that if I didn't let my hounds hunt the rabbits and I had to shut them down every time they saw a rabbit or wanted to chase it, I was always yelling at my hounds. Well, that didn't work, so I started letting the hounds follow the rabbit, and then what I learned, as they're following the rabbit, out would jump a coyote. And the hounds immediately switch from the rabbit to the coyote if they can get a coyote line.
So the coyotes for the food source is the rabbits, so the rabbits can check out the coyotes by the food source is the rabbit.
Exactly.
I like this stuff.
Yeah, so it made for a much more exciting hunt by letting them go ahead and chase the rabbits, because coyotes also, when they hear all that noise coming, the hounds, they stand up because they're curious. Mm-hmm. They stand up, and next thing you know, we're off on them.
Well, I saw we had some shots of some coyotes. They were pretty far in the distance, so you kind of, once you spot them in the grass, you still have a ways to go to catch them.
Oh, a long ways.
He was fast.
Yeah. I mean, if we get on a good run, I mean, our normal hunt is anywhere from 30 to 50 miles in a day. So, I mean, you cover a lot of ground hunting.
And then this is on, what you said, BLM land?
A lot of BLM and a lot of private.
And you study, you tell the group where you're going to go before you go there.
Correct.
You say this is, and you change locations every time or every week or just?
We have certain areas that we have permission to go, and so then every month I lay out where we're going to go. So, and we hunt 3 times a week, so I try to pick 3 different places in a week. So, and then you're mailed that fixture card, it's called, and then you know where we're going to be hunting every day.
So if I joined you on a vacation, I'd probably go to 3 different spots.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes, yes.
We're hoping to get some people on vacation to come to your place and check out the hunting.
Yeah.
Where is your location at?
We're 45 miles north of Reno, out on Red Rock Road.
Okay.
So we're way at the north end of Red Rock Road.
That's a pretty area.
Oh, it's gorgeous out there. It's really pretty.
So it sounds like a pretty good thing. And your phone number is?
My phone number is 775-969-3243.
Well, hopefully we can get some people to come down to your place and do some hunting.
That would be fun.
But so what do I wear when I come hunting at your place?
When we hunt, we have proper attire, but for people who are coming that have never hunted, just wear a pair of blue jeans and a dark coat. And we prefer a dark coat because part of the hunting attire is people wear their black coat and a white shirt and a sock tie. Oop, I touched my thing. And so if you just wear a dark coat and blue jeans until you get hooked on it, and then you wear the breeches and the boots and the hard hat and the whole 9 yards. But until you figure out that that's what you want to do, it's not worth spending all that money for that.
Well, we're going to take a break right now, and when Lynn comes back, she's going to teach us more about fox hunting.
Hi, I'm Fish and Game Warden Patrick Foy. Boaters at Lake Tahoe should expect watercraft inspections at all launch sites around the lake. These inspections are designed to prevent the destructive spread of zebra and quagga mussels, as well as other aquatic invasive species. If brought into Lake Tahoe, invasive species will damage boats and the pristine waters and be impossible to remove. Remember to clean, drain, and dry your boat every time before entering a new body of water. Clean boats stop aquatic hitchhikers.
Good boys. There you go. Good boys. Leggy. Yes.
with Lynn in New Holland, and probably the best question to ask at this point is, why do you hunt?
Because it's exciting, and it gets you out into nature and gets you going across the country, seeing all kinds of animals and wildlife and being very close to nature, and it's so exciting. It's just feel the freedom, and it's just so exciting. I can't hardly even explain it. I just want to jump out of my skin. After I hunt, for about the next 3 days, I can hardly stand my own self because I'm still on a high from the hunting. And the other thing about hunting that's great is it's cradle to grave. I mean, you can take the smallest child to the oldest person and hunt as long as you're mounted correctly, because you can go at any speed. You don't have to go as fast as a hound. You can go to a hilltop, stand up on the hilltop, and have a nip out of your flask and sit there and watch the whole hunt go below you because of the terrain we have in Nevada. Mm-hmm. So it's terribly, terribly exciting.
Well, it's actually terribly, terribly beautiful. I couldn't believe how beautiful the pictures were, and I was asking earlier about some of the outfits because I saw some of the red coats I saw in the old English movies.
Right.
And is that true? You know, and then the horn, it just sounded like it was kind of romantic, the old horn and the dogs and the horses and running and the adrenaline running, and it just sounded like it sounded very addicting. You get doing it and you're going to want to go back.
I think so. I think it's very addicting, and and it's also the ones that if you're going really fast and staying up behind the hounds, it's an adrenaline rush. Mm-hmm. It's really exciting.
Well, you said earlier that it's a nonprofit membership club.
Yes, the people join and they pay a membership. It's a club, and it is nonprofit, and it's all about just being able to feed the hounds so we can keep on hunting.
Mm-hmm. So you probably have a lot of people in the club that you see all the time and doing the hunts too that have that adrenaline rush and want to keep doing it, and just come back weekly and.
Absolutely.
To get themselves out of the workforce, I imagine, the concrete jungle into the beautiful Nevada outdoors.
Yes, and I think it's very important too because so many people aren't touching nature anymore. It's all concrete, and I think you have to get out there and see nature to enjoy it and understand where we're all from.
Well, there's so much stress in the world, and then I think when you get out with nature, it puts you in the right perspective. Your little problems become really small.
I agree with you.
You saw that snow-capped mountain in one of the backgrounds, and you're on a horse and you're chasing a coyote. I think that your problems would be gone a long time ago.
They absolutely are. They absolutely are.
So do you have a website? If I wanted to join your club, I could call and check out more information?
Absolutely. It's www.redrockhounds.com. So that's pretty simple.
That's real simple. And so essentially, you're open from September to April.
September to April is when we hunt. That is our hunting season. And it closes down in April because, number one, it gets too hot, and then the coyotes are having babies, and you don't want to be chasing any mothers around with babies.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Whether it's birds or deer or anything, you don't want to be chasing them around. Mm-hmm. And then in the off season, I train horses and get horses, make hunters out of them, make show hunters out of them. We do a little bit of showing.
Well, I would think a horse would have to be trained to deal with the commotion and the horns, and it's a lot of work.
You're absolutely
exercise,
right. Yeah, and you have to get them fit to hunt. You just can't take your horse out of your backyard and say, okay, I'm going to go hunting today and gallop for 4 miles or 4 hours, 40 miles, 4 hours. You just can't do that. I mean, you have to get them fit to do that.
So if I wanted to join your club now and it's early in the summer, I'd have to get my horse really make sure it's in shape to do this kind of thing.
Correct, that is correct. Or rent one of mine and it's already in shape.
And you said you have 25 available.
Yes, mm-hmm. Yes I do.
What about the fancy red coats?
That you have to earn. That's a good question. You have to earn those, and only the staff wears the red coat.
Well, I saw that some people had the nice hats, and then there were some people were wearing the black, but some people had the red coats, and I was thinking, is there like a status symbol here?
Yes. People in the red coats are the staff, so it's the huntsman, the person hunting the hounds, and then their whips. And the whips are the people that help the huntsman hunt the hounds and make sure the hounds don't get in any trouble or do what they're not supposed to do and don't get near a road. So it's the outriders are the whips, and they get to wear the red coats. And sometimes the field master wears a red coat. The field master is a person that leads the people.
Wow! And how many people do you have with your your club at one time? Your staff?
There's usually, I think we've got 5 whips, but not all the whips come out every day because they work and have to make a living. Mm-hmm. So we usually always try to hunt with 2 whips. It's much easier with 2 whips, and it's very interesting. I can go out and hunt the hounds myself twice, and then the hounds realize, oh my goodness, there's nobody out there running herd on me, and now next thing you know, they're wild and gone. But the first 2 times I can hunt them without my whips. And then after that, they're like children. Oh, the disciplinarian isn't here. Okay, I'm gone.
So you have 150 kids out there running loose.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I saw one shot of them around some kind of water hole, and They were like jumping in the water hole.
They get so they get so thirsty out there. It's desert, so they get so thirsty. So we actually have to hunt from water hole to water hole, always within mind that I have to get those hounds to water. You know, so that they can tank up and before they can go on again.
So when you pre-study these locations, you know exactly where the water is.
Yes, I do.
And it was just funny to me to see all these hounds jumping around in the water.
Oh yeah, and then after they come out of the water, they're so fresh, and then they really hit it again, really hard.
So if you're on this for vacation, you better be ready when the hounds have their water.
Exactly, because they're ready to go. And it's amazing, actually, how well hounds, they do listen. I mean, they want to pay attention to you, you know, to a point, of course. But it's amazing how you can control those 100 hounds out there. And I'm always amazed when they listen to me. It's like, why don't they just leave me, you know, because they're so free.
Well, the 150 dogs, you think, is there like a leadership of the pack of dogs, or is it just free-flowing dogs, or...
There's the leadership that can change a little bit. It's like any team, somebody will take over, even though I don't necessarily know who it is, but they communicate amongst themselves. And but the the hound that ends up leading is the one that hits the scent.
That's what I was
thinking. And then he gives tongue, so he speaks and starts to bark on the line, and then all the other hounds, like a flock of birds, just go to him.
Because if you watch the old English movies, it sounds like you all of a sudden hear one start making a sound, and all of a sudden it goes into echoes of the barking.
Exactly.
And it was like, what's going on? Because I was thinking if you had a hound that was just going the wrong direction and couldn't find a coyote, they'd all get tired of him and just say, heck with you, and have a new leader or something. And
and it's very interesting, too. In the teamwork of the hounds, if a hound is a liar, the hounds will only listen to him like once or twice, and then they call him a liar, and they don't pay attention to that hound anymore.
So that's what I said about the ones that were faking it.
Yes, exactly, exactly.
That was that's like my sister. She always knew what she was doing.
Right.
We'll go this way.
Right.
We call her wrong way.
And we get hounds like that every now and then they're not such good hunters.
Well, sometimes you just got to take a shot. You know, if you're going to be the leader of the pack, sometimes it's just better to be the leader. If you don't got it, that day, at least you gave it a shot.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Well, it sounds like from this picture, it's a lot of fun. I'm just having fun talking to you about this passion because from you said some of your friends just really love it.
I think anybody that gets into hunting, just if you get hooked on it, oh my goodness, you're hooked, and then you're hooked for the rest of your life, and you just can't get away from it. It's like it's a disease, you know, or an addiction of some sort, and it's an addiction. You just get hooked on it.
Well, one thing you said earlier also is that you go off site too. You go to at the end of the season you have like a ball.
We have a ball at the end of the season
for your membership, I presume.
Actually, it's pretty well open to anybody to bring their friends. It's for the membership, but it's also for anybody to bring their friends, and we usually have that at the Silver Legacy.
Oh, wow!
So it's a big dinner dance.
Okay.
And then we award our colors there.
That's where you get your level jackets and things like that?
Yeah, you can get the red coat, or you can get on the collars of the black coats. Our colors happen to be gray, so you get to put the gray lapel on your coat, and that says you're a member in good standing with that hunt. And every hunt around the world has a different color on their collar.
And then throughout the year you go to Montana, you mentioned.
We go to Montana and hunt.
And here you have people fly from all over the world to visit you for this particular hunt,
We do.
And they come as far as from where?
France, England, Germany.
Oh, geez.
They come really, Ireland, they come from all over.
And this must be some kind of special hunt.
We're lucky, we're a pretty good hunt because we have territory and a lot of hounds. And we provide good sport. So I think we're pretty fortunate in that area. If we didn't have much land to hunt, that would make it not such a good hunt because you need to get somewhere.
So right now there's people preparing for this hunt, and when is this hunting in Montana?
We don't hunt in Montana until April. That's when we go up there.
But there's people around the world that are looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, as a matter of fact, we've just started putting our calendar together because people are already exactly, they're planning for it.
Yeah.
And then we go down to Ridgecrest, California and hunt down there, which is down in the China Lake area.
Okay, I don't know where that is.
It's south of Bishop, and there's some good land down there, and we meet 4 other hunts there to hunt. So we have what we call a joint meet.
So if I join the club, I can go to those hunts too? So
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Well, it sounds pretty exciting.
It is it's a very exciting thing to do.
Yeah. Well, it sounds like you do a lot of traveling too, though.
We do a lot of traveling.
You have a large posse of horses and dogs you take with you?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And we've been very fortunate too in the past, I think it's 7 years, they've been hunting something called the Western Challenge, where they bring in judges and we go from hunt to hunt to hunt, and the hunts compete against each other. And normally it's a non-competition thing, but they do it on that given day. You hunt your hounds, and then all the money that they make for it, you have to give away. So whatever hunt wins, they win a bunch of money, and then you have to give it to a nonprofit.
So you train your hounds, but then you go to competition against other hounds.
Right.
And the judges decide who has the best hounds.
Right, and we've won that 5 out of 7 years.
Oh, right.
These little guys. So
We're number
pretty
one.
proud of them. Yeah, we're pretty good. I mean, these hounds are pretty good.
Well, when do you do the, when does the judging happen?
That starts at the middle of March, usually through, it goes on for about a month. So the middle of March till usually about the middle of April.
Is there any particular charities you donate to?
You know what, I
or-
support the Nevada Women's Fund. And I just think that's a good one. So all our money always goes to them.
Excellent.
Because it stays in Nevada, and I like that.
Well, it sounds very interesting to me. I just think it's just a blast that you get out there and you're not really carrying guns or anything. You're just basically letting the hounds track down a coyote, and
That's correct.
you're just enjoying the outside, but you're moving fast on a horse.
Right. It's a good excuse to ride.
Yeah.
That's what also is a big thing about it.
And then we saw some of the pictures had motocross bikes out there, so you're sharing the land with other people. It's not like
Absolutely.
you're hogging anything. And,
No.
So that sounded pretty good. And essentially, I just think the passion is there. And,
So when are you going to come hunting with us?
well, I think we're going to be looking towards September.
I would love that. And we start legging up our horses the 1st of August, so that they're ready to go in September. So right now they're all out. The field hunters are out in pasture, and then the 1st of August we bring them in and say, "Okay, guys, time to start again," and get them all legged up so they can start hunting.
Well, Lynn, I promised you that I'll bring my camcorder, and I'll be guarantee I'll be coming out there. I also have some camcorders I put on my little helmet, so I'll be videotaping it as I'm riding through catching my what am I catching? The coyote.
Right. I would love that. I would love that.
So, anyways, this is Michael Smith for Nevada Trails, and thank you very much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
I really do.
I really enjoy it, and thank you all for watching.